How about now, Broom? Can you hear me now? I was muted this. That's so weird. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah. I'm trying to get all this stuff reset up after wiping my computer 2 days ago, yesterday I guess. There's still a lot of settings that I'm messing around with, so it's not as great as I want it to be. But ideally this is working now. I hope so. Broom says it is, so I trust Broom. Okay, well, yeah, it was a lot. It was stupid. Well, I just talked to myself for 5 minutes with nobody hearing, which I guess it's the same thing, really. Anyway, what I was saying was I crashed for about 12 hours the night before, or the night after the stream. So Friday night into Saturday, I was knocked out. It was good. Woke up feeling pretty good, and then started to get pretty tired that night. And then Sunday, my plan was to either stream that day or get my computer taken care of. And my computer was just giving me all kinds of problems, and so I didn't get that done. I finally was able to get some of it done, like good reset that night, and then install some of the programs that I needed, but there was no way I was getting it all done because I was just getting tired again and my head started acting up. So, yeah, we finished everything up Sunday night, more or less, and then yesterday my head was killing me, so I crashed all day yesterday and wasn't able to stream. So I'm gonna stream today, hopefully get the second ending, or get this next ending of Final Fantasy, if everything's working the way it's supposed to, fingers crossed for us all. And then go from there. We'll probably not be on tomorrow, but we'll be on Thursday to start Starfield. And then I think I'm just gonna go 5 days a week in general. I'm gonna shoot for 5 or 6 days a week. Shorter streams, nothing too crazy. I'm not on a timeline anymore. So that's always good, because for the longest time, I've been feeling kind of rushed as far as trying to get everything done and taken care of. Now I don't feel like that anymore. I've got all the time in the world, unless I start something else that's crazy. So, and so far we're good. Let's see. I don't know why. It seems pretty loud to me still. I don't know if it's just because my yeah, it must just be my headset turned up. I can turn it down. Were you able to hear the alert for that one, Broom, if you're there? It came across on my screen, but I don't know if it came across for you. It didn't come for you, or come through for you, or you just didn't hear it? We'll see if it works the next time. Oh, it did make the sound. Okay, perfect. Oh, it didn't make the sound. Oh, great. Okay, we'll see how it goes the next time. Ideally, it's done that for me sometimes where it doesn't play always the first time. We'll see if it does the next time, and then I'll have to mess with the settings again. I don't know what the deal is. I was trying to make sure that I had that set up correctly so it didn't record in the VODs, because it was still recording in the VODs last time and I thought I had it fixed, so I'm trying to figure it out now. I have desktop audio not coming across at all, so I wonder if that's the issue. If it plays through desktop audio, then yeah, we will have to see. Anyway, let's see if everything looks good here still, other than this silly artifact thing behind me that I don't know what's causing it. Okay, I didn't do anything, but sure. Hey, Kyle. Welcome back. 20 minutes of awesome. I hope so. Where are you heading to? If it's not too personal. If it is, then don't answer me. Okay, everything looks pretty decent on my screen, I think. Thank you. It's very nice of you to say. It's very nice of you to say. Okay, so I think we left off with gotcha. Well, good luck. Good luck. Mine did go up the last time I went in. It didn't get all the way to 100%, but it got to like 80 or 90 or something like that. I hear you. I'm sure you've been through it all, but the best advice I got was to describe like your worst symptoms rather than your average symptoms, if that makes sense. You know, obviously no one. I'm not advocating. No one's advocating to lie, but you know, go in there with the intent of, you know, actually displaying the symptoms that you deal with, and it helped me at least for that. Okay. So we have one last little story-based side quest that we can do. I don't even remember all my buttons, if I'm being honest. I think there's only like one that I need to worry about. Perfect. And it's Robos. So we're going to switch out Frog for Robo, probably. We're going to switch out Luca for Marl, and then we're going to switch Chrono and Robo. Yeah. Well, I mean, take care of yourself. I know it's, you know, sometimes you have to do that to make sure that you're doing what's best for you in the long run, but I know it's hard. Okay. So we're going to do some Robo story. So we need to go back to 23 AD. 2300 rather AD. And we need to find the Genodome, and I don't even remember where the Genodome is. I think it's on an island somewhere. I don't know which island. It might be literally the island that I'm flying towards. Yeah. I don't know what all they... I mean, when I did mine, it was more or less just... we talked for 20 minutes, and they were asking me mostly about my symptoms and things like that. So... hopefully it works out for you. Hey, Rangers. We're doing alright. We're trying to get back into the swing of things. I don't remember mine being that long at all. Maybe by the time I got there to the time I left, like in the waiting room and everything, but mine was pretty short. Okay. So yeah, we're finishing up the last little side quest here with Robo, and then thanks, man. Yeah, I crashed Friday into Saturday. I was out. I was done. I think I slept like 12 hours straight. It was pretty nice. And then issues with the computer, and head was giving me issues yesterday, so we're back today. We're gonna finish up the second ending of Chrono Trigger, and I completely get it. I do. Who enters my sanctum unbidden? What my, welcome home, R66Y, or should I say Prometheus, and behind you, fleshlings? I have not seen creatures of flesh for many a day. Let me welcome them. Come within, hee hee hee. That doesn't sound foreboding at all, does it? Hydrate. I made some coffee this morning. I haven't drank any of it. Delicious. I have no idea how long this is going to take today. We only have this main side mission, and then we have the main quest, so... so we'll I think this is just like a fight elevator or an escalator in this situation, or a conveyor belt. I think I'm still pretty strong here, so I shouldn't have to do too much craziness. I would, but he's at work. That was terrible, Robo. 308 damage. Don't you have like one of the best weapons in the game? Maybe I need to equip you. I know the Robo's kind of a magic user. He's kind of made for utility and dual techs more than anything else, but he should be doing more damage than Luca, I would think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I get the best weapon for Robo in this section, whereas Luca's already gotten hers. When we saved her mother. Well, kind of. I think we built the... Yeah. I think that's what we did. Everything look alright on you guys' end? No issues graphically or anything nutty like that? So I'm still trying to make sure everything's worked out. You guys have game sound and... Should really be doing something like... Awesome. Thank you. Well, so far so good. I'm gonna go ahead and try to... Try to get a triple tech going. Ow. Okay, I get it. You're better than me. He's gonna counter and kill that one. It's perfectly fine with me. Ring of Fire. This is the triple tech between Luca, Robo, and Chrono. It looks insane, but it does a decent amount of damage. Move the game screen down a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Before it was oh, you know what? It's cropped funny too. Let me see if I can uncrop it. That's weird. Now it's doing it properly. I don't even know what the heck that's all about. That looks somewhat normal. Okay, well, weird. That's so weird. I tried to do that this morning, and it came out like incredibly wonky. This morning was a mess. Or not this morning, but like trying to get it all set. I'm glad it looks better now, though. I don't need to do all this crazy stuff. I just need Cyclone really to take out these two, and then I forget Flare. I could use Lightning as well. Good, I'm glad it looks better. Thank you all. I really do appreciate it. Sorry you guys are having to be like tech support at the same time. Okay. Let's make sure Robo has the best stuff on. Oh, he doesn't. Look at that. He's not even got close to the best stuff. I thought I was keeping up with him, but apparently I was not. Guess it didn't really matter. Like all the... and then... Stamina plus 2 is fine. He is so slow, though. If I can give him like a Firstly, actually, before I do that, I have all these items. I can just give him, I can max his speed out. I can max out Lucas' speed too. 16 is the highest. Okay, Robo. There you go. You're now max speed robot. Giving her a strength capsule does nothing. Giving these guys magic capsules seems like a waste, but it's fine. I'm more worried about the speed than anything else. There we go. We'll just go up to 60 there. Okay, well I don't need... He's maxed out on strength, he's maxed out on speed. I don't need either of those things now. He's already got a Master's Crown, so he doesn't need Scala's Amulet. And boosting his magic is already nice. His stamina and magic defense are already maxed, though. And he's max HP and MP. I guess Rage Band couldn't hurt. Evasion isn't bad. Enables the Omega Flare triple tech. I've got all these items that like increase or give me triple techs, but you need like specific. Buddy, we're not starting this early. You are not allowed over there. Well, I guess I could just give him the Prism Spectacles. It increases damage by a lot. Why not? What is... I'm still like, you can't sneak past me. Okay, so there's some... I don't know what that is. Take the waste chute back to the entrance? No. Did you guys or did you not hear the... Did you not hear the alert? Anybody know? Gosh darn it, I can hear it. No alert sound. Okay, well, let's do some more tech support then. If I do something like that... Okay, I'm now controlling that sound through OBS rather than through the client itself. So if we do something like that, volume is good, it should come through the channel, it shouldn't go through the VOD. Let's see, catchphrase, catch it using, let's try this again. I didn't hear it. Did you guys hear it? You guys heard it. I didn't hear it. Okay, that's honestly fine. I don't know if I care if I hear it, as long as you guys can hear it. And if I can't hear it, then ideally it doesn't come through the... It doesn't come through the VOD either. So it's only going out to you guys. That might be perfect. I actually like that better. Hey, okay. Well, that was an easy problem to fix, wasn't it? We hope. 300 years ago, the lava disaster brought drastic and devastating change to this planet. Yep. At its current rate of decline, humanity is doomed. The disease you call despair already consumes you from within. That's depressing, isn't it? Okay. So there's a bunch of switches and stuff, a bunch of doors. Is that an elevator? Oh shoot. I don't know if I meant to go up the elevator just yet, but that's a save point. I don't really need it. Okay. What's that? Strength capsule. Very nice. Do you not realize, were it not for the existence of you creatures, this planet would be at peace, and yet you struggle to fight for what? So this is like some serious AI stuff going on, right? Like, what's his, no, not Cybertron, what's his name? Really? I'm such a bad MCU fan. Ultron. Oh, is there only... Okay, my cat just like saved, I don't know, like 3 different things. I don't know what just happened. And now I can't create save states. Shadow, what did you literally just do to my computer? Okay, I think I fixed it. My goodness, animals, cats, just everything. Okay. Listen, well, flawed and fragile flesh spawn. Lavas' children will one day return to the stars to seek out new planets, new sources of substance. When that day comes, this planet will have its chance to heal, so long as there are no humans to interfere. We robots will establish a new world order, a unified nation of steel and pure logic, a utopia free of sadness and suffering. Evolution has chosen us. We are the seeds of the next generation. Your species is obsolete. Cease your foolish struggle and surrender yourself to the fate of all failed creations. Nice. I mean, isn't that like the logical... I mean, it's a fallacy in and of itself, right? I guess you're... I don't, is it a logical fallacy, right? If you're creating your own problems, then would it be best if you didn't exist, that kind of thing? I guess it's the same kind of logic that people use to discuss, like, ending their life, right? So is AI, like AI that we created. There's a lot of these guys. I didn't know there were so many. If like we create the AI, if we create the robots, and they're like, yeah, this is your own fault, you should go away. What's the logical argument against that? I mean, I suppose you could always say that there are plenty of innocent people out there, right? You don't want, you don't want to harm all the innocent people. Be good, man. I'll be here if you need anything. I don't know how long I'll be streaming today, but you can always message me or text me or call me or whatever you need. I am here. I'm sure it'll go fine though. I know it's stressful, but I think it'll go well. I don't know where I'm going. I went down or up an elevator, down an elevator. That's a human. Well, what in the world? We have to save them. I agree. Oh goodness. I will stop the machines. Yeah, thank you, Robo. It is no use. There are multiple layers of protection. Destroying the mother brain mainframe is our only hope. Okay. So people are just gonna get sacrificed to the machine until I save them. That's great. Really looking forward to that. More laser. Oh. Hey, thanks, Robo. That's nice of you. Obtained a mega elixir. It's out on the first floor. Okay, there's that. This is the door with the long hallway, right? I should just be able to, like, whoever's first, I just like laser spin and kill everyone. Laser spin, flare, lightning 2, it shouldn't matter. I should just be able to one tap everything here. Technically you can complete this area as soon as you get the ship, the Wings of Time, is that what it's called? I forget. So, I've been able to do this for a while. It's just, you know, you gotta pick an order. This is the order we're going in. We don't want to save over our first file. Oh yeah, you want to know the bummer of it all? I did all this, the Windows refresh, I did everything to my computer to hopefully stop it from randomly crashing, to see if there was an error in the files, the install files of Windows. Didn't even fix it. Didn't even fix the problem. I had a crash last night for no reason. It's like, okay, perfect. Which means it's hardware related. And if it's hardware related, then my only option is to take it in myself. Or take it in to someone else. I've run plenty of stress tests on it. I've tried to isolate the issue myself, and I can't do it. I'm not a computer tech or anything like that. So I've done everything my extensive experience with Googling can do, but it's not enough. Not enough, so I gotta take it into somewhere, which means I have to make an appointment and plan, and you know, I'm down a primary computer now, which, you know, would be anybody's problem. It's not just, you know, I'm not special, but oh well. Broom, did you finally beat oh my goodness, not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom yet? Did you beat it? Nope, that's alright. I feel like Tears of the Kingdom is kind of like Skyrim. Like there's just more extra stuff to do than main stuff. What shall I pull up first? Doors, I guess. The energy pods beside locked doors must be charged before such doors will open. Energize first in the pod to your left, and then enter the pod next to the locked door. Yeah, sure. The conveyor belt to the right can be reversed by means of the switch located in the room beyond. Anything else? Everything? The sentinels protecting the figurines move to thwart the progress of any you approach. Consequently, allowing two sentinels to face one another will cause both to short circuit. Interesting. In the unfortunate event that this should occur, please deposit the disabled sentinels in the room upstairs. The two figurines on this floor are required for those desiring an audience with Mother Brain. Do not remove them without permission. No, I think that covers it. So I need to get... Oh, I thought it was going to let me charge up. Oh no, I don't want to go back. A stream or two. In hours, what is that? What is your average stream time? Do you have an average stream time, or you just go until you feel good? Until I get hungry. That's a good judgment of time, honestly. Got it. Let me pass. Can't. I haven't really decided what, like, I think I kind of like the time that I've been doing. At least it's consistent. It's kind of early, but, you know, I think it's good. I think less people, I guess, are streaming at this time, so the people, you know, I can watch. Or people can watch, rather. And then later at night I can watch other people. So that's always nice. I think this one, there's like 8 combinations or something that you can figure out, so I could do it a lot, but I really just don't want to, so. supposed to charge me up or something? I thought it was. How am I supposed to get charged? I'd really like to be charged. Okay, there we go. Now I'm charged. Can I go into this pod now? Okay, that let me do that. That's cool. That opened a teleporter. What if I get charged here? Okay. And then there's this pod here, which should open that door, so that's great. High potion, 50,000 gil. That's a lot of gil. Can I get charged from these? No. So the only place I can get charged is this one. Which I kind of expected to happen. Not that big of a deal. I do want to know what happens if I go talk to this guy when I'm all charged up. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. Didn't really expect much. Okay, that door opens for me already. Let's see. We can run down this way. We can't go right. Okay, so I need to be charged and go down that direction. Getting... I don't know what entirely just happened. That guy just went over to the right, or went from right to left. Okay, that's fine. Can't go that way. I gotta go all the way around. I don't think that's happening. I don't think I have enough time to go all the way around. So let's see where this teleporter takes me. Can we do that? Nowhere. Okay, so that does nothing. Oh, okay, well that was weird. There was a speed capsule on it, I guess. Okay, so now we're charged up. We're gonna try to make it, but I don't have the highest of hopes. Yep, no, but already ran out. Okay, that's what I thought would happen. So I'm not too terribly surprised. Okay. Well, I might have tapped out everything I can do on this room at the moment. So now we'll try to go up the elevator and see if there's anything else I can do. Okay, been in that room. This is the room with the big locks. This is where Mother Brain obviously is. Can't touch that. Oh, hello. Oh, I get it. I have to go get the other one. That makes sense. So I grabbed that little doll and I put it on this teleporter pad, and I gotta go grab the other little doll and... Got it. Okay. Let's see. I've already been through this door. Have I been all the way up? I don't even remember, honestly. Okay, yes and no. Oh, that door just opens. Okay. So that brings me down to the first floor, but I'm in a different section of the room now. So that reverses the... Okay, so that'll help. That should help me get there faster, which is nice. could have just attacked twice, but okay. And then we pop that for the laser beams. Okay. Okay, we're on the right track here. And then let's go ahead and make sure that's open so I can get into it quickly. There's nothing I can do there. And unfortunately this is completely blocked, right? Okay. So we've already been through here. I've been in this room, yes? Yes. Just a chest, a couple chests, and those robots that wanted to beat me up. Okay, and we've been in this chamber. This chamber does nothing for us. It's just more chests. Okay. Okay, fingers crossed I can get there in time. Okay, we're running. No. Is there not a way to lower these? There must be some way to do that, right? Otherwise, how am I ever supposed to get down there? Huh. Or up there, rather. Let's see. I actually have no idea. Anybody else know? There's gotta be a button, right? That little panel, something's gotta be done to drop those. You would think, or maybe I'm just super slow. Like these, I can't go around them. Doors, conveyor belts, sentinels. Morning, Anthony. How are you? Okay. Good. I'm very, very glad. I don't know how to drop those things. I don't even know if you can drop those things. Hey, Dan. I'm well. How are you? Good to see you. What are you up to today? Anything fun? Other than, you know, watching me, of course. I'm just kidding. I'm doing good. I'm still recovering from my, I say recovering. I'm doing pretty good. My head was hurting yesterday, but I don't think that's technically related to the 24-hour stream. But, yeah, we're doing okay. We should be wrapping up Chrono Trigger finally today. We did a short ending the other day and then went for 24 hours, and I was just donezo. Nothing I can do about that. And, yeah. Now I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get from this door here all the way around. And I'm not sure that it's possible, if I'm being honest. Might be hyped for the new seating arrangement. What seating arrangement is that? Oh, we just barely made that. Some good stuff. Okay, so we have the Sentinel now. Beautiful, and the Sentinel follows us around, which is what we want. And we need the Sentinel to... Come on, Sentinel. You can do it. Okay. The Sentinel follows us down here, and then we get off the conveyor belt here. We gotta make sure he's like... These things are not very smart. I heard that my teacher was thinking about putting me next to the gorilla. Like, perfect! Well... It's always nice having opportunities. I wish you luck. Just be respectful. That's not always a problem, right? Like, you know, it's nice. You don't want to come on too strong. I'm not sure entirely how old you are, right? So it's hard for me to give advice to that. But you know, being respectful is the biggest thing, right? And like, you know, there's an old saying from an old Star Trek show. Like, this Captain Picard, he said, "You can do everything right and still lose," right? So like, even if you're doing the right things, even if you're being, you know, nice, even if you're being considerate, not everything's gonna work out the way that you necessarily want it to. So, Cross, I agree with you. The stupid bot following you around is rough. They just get caught on everything. It's okay, you know, it's an older game. What do you expect? But yeah, I agree with you. It's crazy. Oh, I probably need to change the question of the day. If you haven't answered it, I know. Look, you're not the only person that asked the question, Anthony. Here, I'll change it just for you. I was actually thinking about changing it. Question of the week. Okay, look. You can redeem your channel points and change it. You can redeem them yourself. So if you don't like it, you know what to do. You can use your points for good instead of muting me for 3 minutes. How about that? Oh right. It's been 3 minutes. Thank you, Anthony, for redeeming your channel points. So great. I love not being able to interact with the chat. It's great. I changed the question of the day for you, even though you're a jerk. So Cross, the Megazord, is sick. That sounds awesome. I remember I never had anything like that growing up, but my my childhood friend, I remember he had the like the Falcon Zord, or the Falcon Zoid. What do they call him? It wasn't the Megazord. Anyway, the White Falcon. He had that one, and it was super cool because like I remember it was pretty big, and the wings folded in, and it shot the missiles just like in the show. Super cool. It was really neat. So that's cool that you still have those. Is my dog barking at me for attention? Because you need to go out? Do you need to go out, Coda? Is that what it is? Okay. I'll let you out just for a second. Let's see. Dan, I think your first comment cut off. All I saw was, well, actually, there are more on my dad's phone gallery. I don't think... And you said something about your phone gallery, but I don't know what you were saying about your phone gallery. I'm coming, little one. I heard you. I just have to take care of things. Good luck, everybody who wanted to catch some Pokemon. In Cross, I understand the fake it till you make it thing. I think we all struggle with like some insecurities, but you know, I think I make up for any lack of self-confidence by just trying to be as overly prepared as I possibly can. Right? Like, I love public speaking. I love being in front of like a crowd like that. It's one of my favorite things. And I think it's because it's one of the locations where like I am almost absolutely in control. Right? You can't expect everything. But if you're in a crowd of people, like if you are the public speaker, they are there to listen to you. And again, I make up for any lack of self-confidence by just being overly prepared. I run through like scenario questions in my head, and I run through situations that might come up, and it's kind of exhausting, but it helps me feel a lot more comfortable in the moment, so I can understand that. And Broom, I don't know how you do it. Was that you that said that that you don't know? Yeah, it was you that said your in real life friends don't know you stream. Oh, the memento question. That makes sense. Oh, so you keep old pictures. Got it. Yeah, sorry about that. That was my fault. I just didn't look up. I didn't see that your response came after the question of the day. I'm not a picture person. I never really have been. I don't like pictures of myself. As I've gotten older, I guess like I can appreciate pictures a lot more than I used to. But I kind of just like how I remember them, right? It's cool to, like, I don't know, little triggers in your brain that remind you of little things in life. Pictures just seem like they force a perspective on you. And then Anthony, I didn't see your response, but I think it had something to do with your job, right? You kind of have to be confident in your job. Or at least fake it. I think for the longest time when I was, I don't want to say faking confidence, but when I was learning confidence, I had to learn the difference between like being self-assured and being, I guess, stubborn, for lack of a better word. Like, you can be confident in yourself, but you can also be confident in the idea that you don't know everything, right? Like, it is always okay to be proven wrong, because that's just like it's another chance for you to learn something. So be confident about the things you absolutely know, but be skeptical as well. I think was always, growing up, it was always my hardest challenge. Like, I never wanted to be proven wrong. So like, even when somebody would present to me evidence of, you know, the opposite. I always wanted to be, I always wanted to be right. Alright. Nice, you got the Porygon. There's an ad that's supposed to run in like a minute, but I just got up. I might just try to snooze it for 5 minutes and see what happens. Hey, Kaon, how are you? I'm not gonna lie to any of you, I almost thought about not playing Chrono Trigger today and playing Baldur's Gate 3 instead. I just want to play that game so bad. Prometheus. So, if you weren't aware, Robo was created here to, that was a lot of damage, my goodness, Robo. Robo here was created to infiltrate the humans and like live with them and learn from them so that he could come back to the mother brain and report on like their weaknesses and stuff. Atropos here was created to be like Robo's companion in it all, and so, but Mother Brain and Atropos here have kind of been corrupted over time, you know, bugs and issues, things like that. So, Robo's here to teach them a lesson in the physical way. I don't condone spousal abuse, but in this case, I guess it's warranted. If your spouse is evil and has been corrupted, then I think it might be okay. Maybe. Maybe. How far are you in like Act 3 now, Kahan? Or are you still working on Act 2? Prometheus? It's been some time, hasn't it? Atropos? I'm damaged? What happened? Atropos. My memory banks. I must have, yes, when Mother overwrote my old programs. So now we've kind of knocked Atropos back to her senses. I backed up my memory. I'm sorry, Prometheus. Save your energy. I'll repair. You cannot. Oh no. Boo. Alrighty, it looks like we're all coming back. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Let's see. It's so weird, Dan said. It's so weird when you have a secret and then everyone figures it out without you saying anything about it. And even the teachers notice. Feels like a simulation. I wouldn't say a simulation. I would say two things occur, right? Like, firstly, we're not as good at hiding things as emotional people as we think we are, right? Like, we think we're acting normal, or I wouldn't say normal. We think we're acting a certain way, and, you know, we're just not. So, especially older people, or, you know, teachers, especially counselors, parents who are used to seeing like their students, children, patients in a certain way, and then they start acting differently. It's pretty obvious, right? Like, and it's not just teachers. I know if you're just around people like a lot, you'll learn their tendencies. And again, I don't know how old you are. It sounds like you're probably high school age if I had to guess, but like those skills will just develop over time, right? And you'll kind of learn what I mean. But yeah, even if you were trying to keep it a secret, even if you didn't say it out loud, it doesn't mean that all of your other actions were irrelevant. It didn't mean like you were great at hiding everything else, and that's okay, right? Like, you know, it's at some point it becomes a necessary skill, right? Like, it's something that you'll develop over time, being able to, I don't want to say mask, right? That's not a good that's not a good statement to use, but to regulate, like, you know, the way you express things emotionally. But it's also healthy, right? Being able to express yourself in multiple ways is healthy. It's something that I did not learn very well as a child. That's why, like, my facial expressions are always just so blank. Like, even when I'm happy, it's hard to tell. So, like, I try to express that in my voice, but a lot of times, even then, I'm monotone. It's the same kind of concept. So, don't be discouraged, or, you know, it's not anything abnormal if the people around you, especially people who are, their responsibility is to keep track of you, if they start to, like, notice things that you may not verbalize out loud. And believe me, when you're, you know, it doesn't matter what age you are. Like, when you have a crush on someone, or when you have feelings for someone, it's very hard to keep that a secret for long periods of time. It's very hard to hide that, because you'll just naturally act different. You're more comfortable with that person, or you want to be more comfortable with that person. So you just naturally, you know, express yourself differently. And that's okay. That's good. It's healthy. Especially in high school. Okay, so Atropos here, just, she's recovering her memories, and Luke is trying to fix her, but we'll see if it works. You cannot. Core system's failing. Power to memory banks critical. Atropos, I want you to have this. You can plug it into your circuits. Please take care of it. Goodbye, Prometheus. Aw, poor Atropos. We couldn't fix her. Atropos' ribbon raises robo speed by 3 and magic defense by 10. So we can actually equip the ribbon now, which is super cute. I actually think it's one of the only items you can see in the game. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident you can see it. Maybe that's just a weird Mandela effect. Is that what they call it? Or maybe it's not something you equip. Maybe it's just something you get. It might be a key item. Hey, Gabby, how are you? I don't know where it is. Oh, maybe it's a helm. I didn't even think about that. It might be a helm. Atropos' ribbon. No. I don't know where it is. Anyway, it's fine. We're doing good, Gabby. We're doing just fine. We are in the process of finishing up the side quest here. I'm about to fight a boss quickly, and then we're gonna we'll work on finishing up the game. Should be pretty quick, I think. Yeah, sometimes it's funny that you say that. Sometimes, like, your students, your classmates, or your friends, they'll notice, like, things before you even notice them yourself, right? Like, we'll subconsciously start talking a certain way, or we'll subconsciously start acting a certain way, and then your friends are like, oh man, you like her, don't you? And you're like, what? No, I don't. What do you mean? And then, you know, you almost become, I know when I was younger, I'd become defensive. It would be like, how do you know something that I don't know, right? Like, how's that a thing? But your friends know, everyone knows. And so yeah, I hear there's a lot of similar stories, obviously, when people, like, are coming out as LGBTQ plus, as people are coming out and they're finally expressing themselves to their friends or their parents or something, and the friends of the parents are like, yeah, like, we knew, we thought you knew, we were just waiting, that kind of thing. And it's the same kind of concept. Yeah, definitely, like, the primping and preening and making sure you look good for them. That's definitely something. Well, that's good. Like I said, crushes and feelings like that early on are healthy. Just make sure they're reciprocated, right? You don't ever want to make somebody feel uncomfortable. So, you managed to reach me. I am the mother brain of this RY series factory. Come, Prometheus, allow me to restore your logic. I'll reset your circuitry and clear your cache of memories. That doesn't sound healthy. Then we can dispose of those filthy humans together. But I don't want to. I must apologize. I cannot permit you to do that. All memories are too valuable to be deallocated, and so are my friends. You would betray me to side with these humans? You would turn against all of robot kind? Humans have taught me a great deal. Chrono, Marl, Luca, Frog, and Ayla. I want to see the future that they bring about. Man, Anthony, you're getting lucky. Did I even type it in this time? I don't remember if I... Maybe. Oh, I did. Anthony's snagging all of the Pokemon today. Oh, don't make me laugh, Prometheus. There is no future for the humans. I'll show you just how little hope you have. I can just, like... We're just gonna Ring of Fire at this person. Oh, good counter, Chrono. Boom, 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 boom. Honestly, it might be better with the level that I'm at to just use individual. Breakdown. Oh, we won. Okay, well, that was much easier than I thought it would be. I guess with the counter plus the triple tech. Prometheus. Why? Well, obtained Teraton arm and Crisis arm. Nice. All factory operations have been permanently taken offline. None of the machines here will ever be reactivated. Robo. Aww. Alright, let us continue. Poor Robo. It's looking like it for me too. I've not caught a single thing this morning. Okay, we get the last two weapons. We got the Teraton arm. And then there should be something else. I thought he said there was something else. What up? Oh, Crisis arm. Last digit of own HP determines damage. So, nice. I don't quite remember what the Crisis arm does. Yeah. So if his... Got it. If his, arm is... hey, Coda. I love you so very much. I don't need you to bark at me like that. You don't need to go back out. You just went potty. I will let you out in 46 minutes. Okay, I promise. I know to you that's like all day, but you don't need to chase the birds and the squirrels. You don't need to do it. Okay? Thank you. I love you too. We should be able to equip the crisis arm pretty regularly. Or pretty confidently, I should say. Hey, enough. Go lay down. Thank you. She's being mouthy now. She's being rude. Okay. Well, we don't need Chrono anymore. Chrono is more or less done. We can go with Magus and maybe Frog. It makes little sense going with Magus though because he's so low level, right? And I'm not going to grind it out. So if I do something like Luca instead. Here's the thing, Dan, if everyone else around you knows, she probably does too, right? Like, you know, if you have 13 people telling you that you should tell the person that you have a crush on them, I would bet there's like a 90% chance that that person knows already. They might be in denial. They might be one of those like, no, there's no way. No one has a crush on me. I'm worthless, right? Because that's how we all like to act. But so in telling her, it's more or less just working up the courage to say the words out loud. Because again, if all of your friends know, then she probably does too. That being said, have you talked to her friends? Have you talked to other people, right? Because if your friends are recognizing that that you have a crush on her, are they recognizing that she has a crush on you, right? There's nothing wrong with getting more information. I'm not telling you to stalk her on social media. That's inappropriate. What I am saying is that, like, you know, you have friends for a reason. So, use them. One friend just said that everyone knows today. Yeah, there are hints, and my friends noticed too. Well, there you go. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just finding the words that you're comfortable with, right? And I know it's easier said than done. We all have our hang-ups. You know, it's not necessarily easy to just, it's not easy to just, like, open yourself up and say those things. I don't like social media either. I agree, yeah. If everyone knows and everyone's saying something, it does sound like your teacher is trying to push you both in the right direction. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with expressing how you feel. And you don't have to become on too heavy either, right? Like, you're not trying to scare the girl. You're not trying to pull a notebook on her and like give a big long speech and all this stuff. You can be romantic if you want to be, but in most cases it really is as easy as just being like, hey, I'd really like to get to know you better. Would you like to go out sometime? And then if you know, they either say yes or no. That's really it. It's as easy as that. You don't have to do anything else. You just, if she says yes, then you exchange numbers. If she says no, then you respectfully say, no, I understand, I appreciate it. Just, you know, let me know if you change your mind. Then you walk away. Because sometimes people, when they're confronted with something like that, they'll get nervous, right? They'll get scared, and they will immediately like close up and just say no. But you don't want to keep pursuing. You don't want to you don't want to keep asking. You just let them know, like, okay, well, the ball's in your court, essentially. I'll be here. If you change your mind, you know, let me know. And then you wait a couple days, or you wait a week, and then if they don't reach out, then you're like, okay, well, I shot my shot. It didn't work out. I missed. Now I gotta go in for a layup, right? I gotta figure out something else. I gotta make a different shot. Not for that person. If they say no, then that's it. That's the end of that. This is not the movies. We don't want to harass anyone. Girls, in my opinion, I'm old, and I don't mean this, and I don't want to just say girls either, but I prefer women, so I use girls. But in my opinion, in this day and age, people that play hard to get are just like so socially unaware of the current like situation in society, how afraid people are on a daily basis, right, of being taken advantage of. Or I mean, what is it, like 25% of all women have been like either sexually harassed or sexually assaulted by the time they reach like 19 or something like that. 25%. That's a gross number. Absolutely disgusting. And you know, it happens with men too. I don't know what the numbers are for that, so I'm not gonna, I don't really want to get into it or misstate facts, but still, right? So like, you know, if you look around you, 1/4 of all girls in your class right now have been sexually harassed in one way or another. And that's just a gross statistic. And you don't want to be the reason that another person feels uncomfortable. So that's why I'm saying don't prepare for, or rather, don't be dissuaded by the possibility of rejection. You know, it happens, but prepare for it, right? Understand that it's a possibility, and don't let that turn you into a person you don't want to be, if that makes sense. I don't really have the best advice on being single. I hate to say it, but I think I mean, my entire life, from the time I was 14 to, like, I don't know, 24, I think I'd been single a total of 4 months my entire life, like a total of 4 months my entire life. And then I got married, and then I got divorced. And I think even after, so obviously I didn't see anybody while I was going through a divorce, but I think like a month or two after she finally moved out, I was back into another relationship, and I've been in a relationship for like 5.5 years now. So I'm not good at being single, but so I can't really give you too much advice on that other than be happy with who you are. Fools, have you not learned your lesson? Oh, I should probably explain what we're doing. I'm here giving life advice to Dan that he probably doesn't want or cares about, but we've pretty much wrapped up all the side quests. That was Robo's last little adventure. We destroyed the mother brain. Robo shut down that factory so that they wouldn't be producing more evil robots. And now we're going to the Black Omen. The Black Omen was created more or less by the cult that was worshipping Lavos, and now we're trying to prevent them from, like the queen here, from resurrecting Lavos altogether. So that's what we're attempting to do. So since we're essentially done with everything, we're just going to continue on with the game. We just came into the Black Omen, and now this is a series of like big fights and bosses and things like that. So we'll just continue from there. But yeah, here's the queen. Fools, have you not learned your lesson? We are made immortal. We shall live forever with Lavos, who feasts upon this planet from within. Now he rests and gathers strength, but in a mere 999 years he will emerge to rain destruction upon the earth and crown himself its king. The Black Omen is the path which leads to Lavos. It is the conduit through which our limitless power flows. As long as the almighty Lavos reigns, your dreams are all for naught. Oh, look at that. Our first big enemy. Sacrifice yourself to Lavos and fulfill the only purpose left to you. Mwahahaha. Alright. We could probably just use some like frog squash stuff. I don't think I need to do anything too crazy here. We'll see if that's a good counter. Oh, she has no tech points. I was like, where? 862 there to the base. We're gonna see what our damage is like individually, and then we'll try like a triple tech and see if it's more. So at 860 there. Okay, that did a lot. Yeah, we just rocked that thing. Okay. Well, I'm glad the advice is at least, you know, sounding good. You can always ask different people though, right? Like I don't know you personally. I could just speak in general terms and speak from personal experience. But you know, there's nothing wrong. I don't know what your relationship is with your parents. I don't know if you have a mentor. But like talking to people in your life as well. Don't talk to kids your age. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. There's nothing wrong with talking to friends and getting some immediate, like, hey, what should I do in this situation advice. But when you're talking about like long term, or you're talking about like serious life altering decisions, and you know, whether a high school relationship is really life altering or not is dependent on the circumstances after, right? Pregnancy is life altering. STDs are life altering. But you know, healthy teenage relationships are usually positively life altering. And I don't know if it's your first relationship or not either. But that being said, take the advice of people, like the adults in your life that you know and trust, rather than the advice of some stranger on the internet like myself. Yeah, I mean, it happens. I know people from my childhood that, you know, were childhood sweethearts and fell in love early and stayed together forever. I think it's great. It's just, you know, it doesn't always work out that way. We just have to wait until, there we go. It'd be your first relationship? Nice. Gotta wait till these shields drop. There we go. Boom. Yeah? So I would argue that your first relationship is certainly life-altering. You know, I certainly think that all my relationships were altering. They kind of shaped the way I was. And I think your first relationship definitely sets the tone. And I think it probably does more so when you're, like, as you get older. You know, if your first relationship isn't until you're 18, 19, or even early 20s, it's gonna be much more impactful, I would say, than a relationship like in middle school. Like, as much as I cared about the people in middle school, you know, I was still a kid then too. I was still learning. I just threw my last Pokeball. That's dangerous. Okay, we've got 10 more now. Speaking of, shouldn't you be at school now? Isn't it like Tuesday at noon? I don't know where you are. Maybe you're in a different country even. But can I just attack you? Do you just die in one hit like everything else? You do not. Oh, that's right. That's right. Gotcha. Well, then disregard what I was saying. Thank you for being here while you're not at school. I just didn't want to, you know, inhibit your ability to learn. Education is elevation. I stole that from a guy on TikTok. I forget his name now. I have to look it up. Oh, and if you already have her number, I'm all about like doing things personally, right? I want to like talk to the person and be like, you know, hey, I'm interested in you. But if you have her number, that's even less of a threat, right? Just text her. Would you like to go out sometime? Easy money. Okay, Frog Smash did absolutely nothing. He did 1 damage to these guys, but Luminaire did a ton. Nice. Turbo Ether. Alright. All the guides in here say I should be bringing Ayla along because I can charm all the stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that I can steal from these guys, equipment-wise, but most of them are helmets. And I have all the helmets in the game, so I don't really need to do that right now. I'm not too interested in worrying about it. But, if you're playing this casually, you should definitely bring Ayla along with you, just so she can use Charm and steal a bunch of good equipment. But if you're a dirty, rotten cheater like me, then it's really not that big of a deal. Frog Smash is just useless in here. I should not be using it. I don't know what it is about Frog Smash that just doesn't do a lot of damage, but whatever it is, it's not worth the time. It's okay, Luminaire is going to take care of all this. We'll just use water too, see if that does any better. Again, these fights would probably be a little bit more difficult if I didn't have like infinite MP. Right? Like if you had to actually worry about ethers and all that other fun stuff, you couldn't be spamming Luminaire like I am. But it's not a big deal. These guys are also really good for giving tech points. I think they're similar to the other creatures. Oh, disabled. Yeah, so they disable tech, but they give like 100 tech points apiece. So if you're like late game trying to farm some tech points, this is the way to do it. They're always so hard to hit though. There we go. There's one down. Another one. They always open with that tech, that Omni Lock in this case. And that prevents any tech that you can use. So they usually have high evasion, and that Omni Lock blocks any tech, so you're pretty much just stuck auto-attacking. If you were trying to farm these guys, you could equip the... There's an item that makes it to where you don't miss. I forget what it's called, it's not important, but you can, if you have that item, you equip that. I'm pretty sure that's what... There's an item in this game that does that. Either that or I'm thinking about Final Fantasy VI again, which is actually quite a possibility. But I'm not worried about tech. I'm not worried about much of anything at the moment. It's just getting through. If the stream doesn't go too long, I mean, we are really close to the end. So I'll be quite honest with you. It's quite a possibility that I just switch over to like Baldur's Gate or something, and play some of that for the remainder of the day. I don't want to make this like a like aimbot. Yeah, might as well be aimbot. I don't want to make this stream like too short. I thought we had a little bit more content to go, if I'm being honest, so it was just like a mismanagement on my part, so I apologize, but, you know, you have to switch it up today, that's okay. Like I said, I wanted to stream a little bit longer today so that I could, I'll take a break tomorrow and then go back to start Starfield on Thursday. I want to play it tomorrow. It comes out tomorrow, but Brittany will be here, so I'm going to spend some time with her. Okay, can we chill with attacking Chrono? It's fine. Good counter. It actually didn't kill those two. Oh, probably because they absorbed it. They might be... They're Flyclopses. If they're red, they might have absorbed the fire. I wasn't really paying attention. Just thinking to myself. Okay. Save to slot 1. My original plan was if I had extra time in between, like, games, or these games and Starfield, is I would go back and 100% all the other games. But with wiping my computer, I did not plan well, and all my saves are gone. So there's that. It's kind of a bummer. Confused, not confused. If only I weren't immune to those effects. Yeah, I think Steam saves them to the cloud. I just I've not wanted to download it and double check so that I'm not hit with the devastation of losing all that stuff. Luckily Steam, and I was playing those games on Steam. This was the biggest game I was worried about, because if I didn't back up my save correctly, or if the save didn't like transfer over, I was pretty much effed. So, like, there was nothing I was going to be able to do getting this back. So it was more or less just like, it either works or it doesn't. So I'm glad that it did end up working. A friend told me how I became nervous when she's around. He said that that's how everyone noticed. Yep. Nerves are usually the biggest thing. When you start acting like not yourself. Like I said, you know, that's how sometimes our friends and our family know before we even know. But that's good. Like I said, a healthy crush is always, it's always fun. It's always exciting. The real trick is finding someone that you have a crush on all the time. It's a permanent 24/7 crush. And someone who has the same equally strong crush on you. Lots of misses. There you go. Good job, Luca. That was a big hit. And another crit. Good stuff. Let's see. Counter rate 80%. Yeah, maybe it wasn't in this game. Maybe it was in the last game. It must have been Final Fantasy VI that I was seeking. There's an item in Final Fantasy VI. It's a relic that it prevents you from missing with physical attacks. So it's pretty just, you know, I wouldn't say broken, but if you have a physical attacker, you just give it to them and they can't miss, which is nice. It's really good against the enemies like this that have high evasion. There was a guy that was strongly against my friendship with her, and now someone is writing a play about it. Drama kids, right? Drama kids. I wish I was drama kid. I didn't have enough time. I was a band kid, but I love theater. I go to the opera all the time now. I go to musicals. I just saw, my last musical I saw was, I finally got to see Hamilton live, and I was so excited. I had tickets years ago before COVID hit. Finally got a chance to go see it, so that was super exciting. And then I'm gonna see Wicked for the second time next year, and then on the 12th I'm going to see Into the Spider-Verse live. So it'll actually have a live DJ playing all the music, and I'm super excited for that. So they play the music, or they play the movie on this big screen like a theater, but all the music is played live. I've seen several movies like that. They're one of my favorites to go to. But yeah, when you're young, you know, jealousy isn't always like the most fun emotion, right? Or envy. You know, you see someone else who also likes the person that you like, and in your head you compare yourself to them. You're like, why do they like Why did they like him and not me? Like that kind of thing. I mean, you get that as adults too. It's not just a teenage thing. Just gotta learn to regulate it. I've never seen Euphoria. Euphoria creeps me out. Alright. Love spamming abilities. Hey Gabby, it's you. It's a Gabite. There's a Gabite in chat. I have a few Premier Balls. I should use those. Premier Ball. Do a quick save state. I've only seen clips of the show, but there's an episode where they put on a play based on the drama going on at the school. Like, that sounds good in theory, but could you imagine how embarrassing that would be? Like... I think I'd be pretty embarrassed, I think. Although I did some really embarrassing things to myself in high school, so I guess I really shouldn't be too upset if other people made me feel embarrassed either. I could probably avoid these fights if I were smart about it. Yeah, that show, as I've gotten older, when I was younger I didn't really care, I didn't really see the problems with it, but as I've gotten older, the idea of like adults playing teenagers and then putting themselves in like extremely sexual or adult situations, it's just, it makes me very uncomfortable. I feel uncomfy, and I don't like it. Hey, Broom got the Gabite, nice. And I think there's a way to do it tastefully, right? Like, I'm not against representation for young adults or children in media, right? They need positive role models and stuff. But that show is not made for children. It's made for adults, and I think it's creepy. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's just me. No judgment to anyone else who's watching. At the end, the play gets insane, like the bad guy accidentally ending his ally's life by swinging his sword out of anger. It's a very, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Symbolic, I guess. That's a very direct way to show the symbology. Usually the way it goes, though, is, well, I mean, you sometimes hurt the people around you, but usually you hurt yourself more than anyone else. Jealousy sucks, right? It sounds very dramatic. It sounds very dramatic. But that's okay. Like I said, sometimes, they say art represents life, or art imitates life. Life imitates art is actually what they say. Life imitates art. I don't need all these things that have status immunity. What else can I put on? What does Aussie Pants even do? Anybody know? Let's see. Increasing defense by 45. This helmet casts auto confuse on the wearer. That's what I thought. We don't want to steal the pants. Or we don't want to wear the pants. I don't need something... I don't mind the defense. The defense is great. But I don't need a million things that, like, prevent all status ailments, right? But it looks like, as I go down, there aren't very many options. So I might as well just equip the best one. Although I feel like the Guardian Helm reducing physical damage by 1/3 seems like a pretty good deal. Especially since my magic defense is already maxed. It only drops my overall defense by 2, so I think we're gonna go with that, yeah. Prismatic Helm is good. Yeah, we'll keep the Taven suit on, it's not a big deal. Okay, we've got the Aeonian suit there. Should be good. I think this is just about it. I think from here on it's like a constant like boss rush kind of deal. Let's do it. Hello, new. What will you do? Oh, we can shop. All kinds of great stuff. I believe you. Nice. Well, you don't have anything necessarily that I need. Come again. I might. Oh, 3 of you. And in a place like this, you have a long journey ahead of you yet, so please rest here a while. Of course, if you wish to escape from the Omen, I'll see what I can do. I'll remain here. Another Mega Elixir. Very nice. And a Haste Helm. Haste Helm. Don't I already have a Haste Helm? I mean, I must have them all. Halves time between turns? That's disgusting. We're definitely doing that. The news do look funny. They do. I think they're supposed to represent one of the characters in Dragon Quest. Or one of the, like one of the little creatures. Because they don't come from Final Fantasy that I know of, that I can recall anyway. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and equip the Haste Helm. I don't know why I didn't have that to begin with. Like, decreasing the time in between Chrono's attacks is pretty busted, actually. Also, I'm not too terribly interested in collecting like every single item in this area. I just don't need to. I will if they're like right in front of me, but... Hey, we fought this guy before. Multiple times. Blubber Hulk. Let's see, does Frog Squash work against you? Maybe. Okay, unneeded. Just out here one-shotting things. Love to see it. It's my favorite thing to do in any game. If I can hit you one time and you go away, it's the best. These guys like to confuse me. Little do they know, they cannot. Good counter. Ba, 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 ba. Yay, we did it. Okay, so we're about to fight some enemies that like require some certain tactics. You'll see what I mean here in a bit. Maybe. Obtained the Zodiac Cape. Yeah. Can you not wear the Zodiac Cape? Or is it a... It might very well be... There, it's for women apparently. Magic defense plus 10, not necessary. They just want to sing, nothing wrong with that. Uh-oh, that's fine. I didn't even drink my coffee this morning. I had a drink because Kyle redeemed a hydrate. And here I am, not drinking anything else. gold now. That's great. Alright, there's the snake thing, so we just leave. You can fight those if you want. Not necessary. Is that my dog again? Coda, I hear you. 10 more minutes, baby. I don't know what your deal is today. It's always something. There's always something in the backyard. Some days it's birds, some days it's cats, some days it's neighbors, some days it's the trash truck. There's always something. Another Mega Elixir. Okay, Coda. Let me... I can't use tech. Right. Let me queue up these attacks really quick and get countered by Chrono. I'm coming, little one. I'll let you out. I know. Maybe you really do need to go out. Maybe I believe you. I'm just gonna get hit by these things, I guess, for a while. Go ahead. On the next break, I'll close the door. It's like 10 minutes away. You don't understand. 10 minutes, I know. Are they just self-destructing? Oh, they're just escaping. I didn't know they could do that. I've never let them do that before. That's fine. Okay. Power crest. Of course. Oh, I'm dumb. Go away, I don't want to fight you. Okay, looks like I don't have a choice. It's this guy again. Supposed to be an ad that runs in about 8 minutes. I will try to keep track of that. I failed miserably earlier. I even mentioned it, that's the worst part. I even said there's going to be an ad running about a minute and a half. I'll snooze it because I just had to step away from my computer. And then I just didn't ever snooze it. Okay. Well, now Kimber is going absolutely nuts. Coda's inside and Kimber is barking at the sky. I don't understand. She's just out there barking for the fun of it. Just like all the other dogs in the neighborhood are barking, so I have to bark too. You have to be the bigger dog, Kimber. I think she has like little dog syndrome. She's not even that little. Speed capsule. Where I'm going. Anybody seen the musical Hairspray? Any chance? I got to see that live last year. It's great. My dog is normally pretty quiet. Oh, sorry. Let's, what are these things? Marbles and yachts. Okay, so one of these things I don't want to attack with physical attacks, and the other one I don't want to attack with magical attacks, and I don't remember which one is which. I think these are the guys that I want to just attack. I think that. And then nothing bad happens there. There we go. There's a ducklet in the chat, if anyone is interested. A ducklet. Okay, and then these guys I use magic on. Because if you use... It's not that it really matters, but it would matter to you. If we're playing this... if we were playing this normally, if you attack those blob-looking things with magic, they absorb all of your MP. Just all of it gone. And if you attack the big dinosaur-looking things, the alien-looking things, they take away all of your HP. So you want to balance that out. It's a kind of a bummer. Brooms, dogs usually pretty quiet. Weird noises. I'm not one of those people that, like, I don't need the dog to be quiet all the time, right? Like, they're dogs. They should be able to bark and communicate and, like, let me know what they're doing and thinking. And I don't expect them to understand me all the time, right? That's absurd. I don't understand them half the time, most of the time. But, you know, I think there's a limit. If they're barking to communicate with me, once they've done that, like, okay, we're good, thank you. I appreciate it. But, you know. That guy that was strongly against my friendship with her was the first guy who noticed, because he used to be friends until he did that shitty stuff. He used to be friends with you? I mean, he's probably just jealous, right? Like, if you're friends and you have a crush on the same girl, like, that's hard, right? And here's the thing, if you're friends with someone, it makes a lot of sense that you'd be interested in the same girls because, you know, you share interests, right? If you're similar with your friends enough, then chances are you're, you know, going to have girls in your life that are going to be similar to you as well. So, like I said, it's probably just one of those things that he feels competitive, and it's just not, you know, that healthy. It's kind of unfortunately how it goes. And of course he would notice because, you know, if he's interested in the same person, and he would notice that other people are acting different around that person too. It's not unusual, it's just unfortunate. I got pretty lucky, like I had a pretty solid group of friends growing up, and we all dated, like, you know, different girls, and didn't really have too much of an interest in each other's girlfriends, just, yeah, normally, you know, friendly, we were all friends with each other. We all dated within the same friend groups, though. That was a little weird. Like, you know, we had our group of friends, of guy friends, and then I was the first one to date, like, Natalie at the time, and Natalie was friends with, like, Rachel and Michaela and that group of friends, and then my friends dated her friends, and it, you know, whatever. It got a little messy at times, I guess, but, you know, kid messy, young adult messy, not anything like crazy. He used to be friends with me. Also, it didn't seem like he was interested in her because he always talked negative. Yeah, I think that has to do with more like emotional regulation or emotional expression than the fact that he didn't like her. Right? It's the same thing like in kindergarten, or you'll see the cliches all the time, like little boys will pull little girls' hairs, and you know, it's not seen as a big deal because, oh, that just means he likes her, right? That kind of thing. Or that's people who, I don't want to say, I'm going to use the word immature, but it's not meant in a negative or derogatory way. It's just people who haven't matured a lot growing up. They don't know how to express themselves, and they don't know how to do it in a positive way. So they do it in the only way that they've either received in their life or that they've seen other people do. And so it's a lot easier to, like in life, it's a lot easier to be angry than sad, right? So a lot of times, instead of, like, guys will tend to do this a lot, instead of recognizing and acknowledging like that they're sad or depressed, they express that in anger because anger is more easily accepted. So for people, should subscribe. You know, but in general, people, you know, it's easier to express yourself, you know, in a less serious way. I'm sorry for everybody having to listen to this. I apologize. I should get off my soapbox. I mean no harm by it. It's all given in love. I don't know what this thing is. We're just gonna Delta Storm this thing. There's an ad in 15 seconds. I gotta snooze this thing. I should have waited. I just wasn't ready. So now there's an ad in 5 minutes. We'll just do this. Shining Sphere. Let's see what's in there. Let's see what all these do individually. Maybe I'm Frog Squash. Oh, is that why I'm doing so little damage? Because Frog Squash, did I just read that? That its damage increases as my HP decreases? Yeah, I agree. Some of the attack animations in this game are super cool. Nice, okay. Giga Mutant down. Goodbye, Giga Mutant. We'll keep going until the snooze runs out. Got another 3 minutes or so. We'll be finding another thing that looks like that very soon. We'll probably get to the top of this elevator. I'm sure I'll have to fight some things again. And then we'll take the ad break then. Yeah, damage higher when HP is low, so I just like never want to use Frog Squash. Because my HP is never going to be low. I make sure of that. Oh, only one fight on this elevator? Nice. Hey, good morning, Nymeria. How are you? How are you and the husband doing? I mean, I guess that is a possibility. I don't know why you were, if you weren't in a relationship with the person. I mean, were you hanging out with this girl before? I mean, you haven't expressed interest in her yet. So I mean, that's always a thing. Like with friends, you have to learn to balance that. But I mean, that's an issue with life, like ongoing, right? When you get a family, trying to balance work-life balance, spouse, friendship balance, that kind of thing. Like that's always, you'll be learning that your entire life. But I don't know. I mean, that is a possibility. But if you weren't, if your time with him didn't change, then I don't know why that would be a reason. Unless you're saying that it was, like you were spending less time with him because you were pursuing this other girl. Work meetings. Were they productive work meetings, or were they like work meetings that should have been an email work meetings? I've said this a few times. I love meetings. They're my favorite. We're doing good today. Doing just fine. I can't complain too much. We're just trying to get the final ending to Chrono Trigger here, and I wouldn't say the final ending, there's 8. We're gonna they're actually beating the game. We're going through it all instead of just skipping to the end. And we should be there very, very soon. That being said, this thing's going to force me to run an ad here. So we are going to do that. We will be back very shortly, 3 to 5 minutes, I'm guessing. I'm going to make sure the dogs are all okay. They seem fine now, so I shouldn't have to worry about them. So I should be back as soon as the ad is over. Sorry, Namiria. I apologize that you came and then immediately had to get sent to an ad. You probably had to watch an ad to get into the stream, too. That's what happens when you snooze ads, unfortunately. But I'll be right back. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, I think we're coming back. Everyone is there again. Except my... May I scoot up? Can I scoot up a bit? Is that gonna help? Maybe. Who knows? I think I just need to get more lights on this green screen. I need to figure something out. Or just find a way to not use a green screen, because that would be probably even better. Yeah, ads are weird. I don't know. I know that they are supposed to work sometimes, or they're supposed to run for people who don't have Twitch Turbo. And then I think if you're subscribed to me, you don't necessarily get ads either. Or maybe it's just Twitch Turbo that you don't get ads anymore. I don't know. But I try to like take a break. I try to chill. That way, you know, everyone's kind of on the same playing field. That kind of thing. I don't like to do things without people, right? Like, you're here to watch. I get it. You're here to hang out with the community, but you're also like here to watch the game that I'm playing. So I feel like it's kind of rude if I just keep keep playing without you. Hydrate. Thanks, Gehan. Cheers. I got the last of my coffee here. I got water in my bottle. Alright. Alarms. Panels. I'm glad. It seems like everybody kind of appreciates it too so far. I like it. Plus with the dogs, right? Like, you know, it's just nice. I get up and stretch. Everybody kind of gets a break. I let the dogs out. I have some time to do that. And I think it's just the fairest way to do it. So I'm glad you like and appreciate it too. Speed capsule. Got plenty of those already. I also wanted to probe everybody's brain, or anyone who's paying attention. I know that Dan, you mentioned you don't really use social media, and I don't either. I'm not a social media person, but like this whole weekend, I wanted to like. I know it sounds dumb, but like for those of you who are out there, like I wanted to let you know, I'm coming back, right? I'm not just like leaving forever. And I don't know the best way to communicate that. And the answer obviously is social media, but like for those of you who follow other streamers on social media, what do you prefer to follow them on? Is it TikTok? Is it Twitch? Or not Twitch, is it like X now, or Twitter? Is it Instagram? I have all those accounts. I won't go back to Facebook, so that won't be an option. But like OnlyFans, yeah. But that is a subscription. Just created a free OnlyFans, and so you have to subscribe to my OnlyFans to get notifications of my stream. I guess it worked for it's worked for a few people. It looks like the Terra mutant might be immune to magic, or the bottom half anyway. Which is fine. If I can kill the top half, then I'll just attack the bottom. Oh, it died anyway. That's weird. Okay. Cam soda. Is that the is that the cam site like for cam girls? I don't think you get notifications for that. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you know better than me. I don't know. Yeah, Gabby, I think so. The way Twitch has ads set up generally, right? Like if you just don't mess with the ads, it'll play like a minute of ads every 15 or 20 minutes, because you have to play like 3 minutes of ads in order to not get pre-rolls. And pre-rolls are what you get when you first enter a stream for the first time, and an ad plays, like a 30-second ad. I think that's absolutely annoying. Like if I'm clicking on someone's stream, I want to watch them stream. I don't want to watch an ad immediately. Like that annoys me. So I have to run at least 3 minutes of ads per hour in order to not get the pre-roll. And most people who do that just run like a minute every 15-20 minutes. They just let Twitch take care of it. But I have it in that 3-minute block at the end of every hour, or beginning of every hour, however you want to look at it, doesn't matter. So that makes it easier. I know that like partners, they get all kinds of like crazy Twitch or like ad options. Like they can opt in to different ad packages. So essentially if you run like 5 minutes of ads every hour, you get a huge incentive as far as money goes. I'm not anywhere near that. You have to average like 75 viewers and then get accepted for partner. So, you know, like there's that. But so I'm way off that. So for now, we're just kind of, I don't want to say stuck, but our options are either run the pre-ads and do like shorter ad cycles, or keep the pre-ads off, run that 3-minute, and I like taking the break anyway. So far it's working out, but we're just making the best. You are on fire today. You're on something, Anthony. I follow on Twitter sometimes, but normally it's Discord. Hey Cross, yep, we are on the Black Omen. We're super close to the end here. Discord as well. Yeah. So I have obviously a Discord. I have my own channel. I need to figure out how to set that up because it's my own personal channel, and I have friends on there. Well, I mean, Gabby's on there. Some other people that you've talked to are on there, or some other people have in the chat. And I'd like to divide that obviously into like personal and private. So I need to figure out how to turn on roles and things like that, and make certain channels only available for certain roles. But Twitter is obviously, I think, like the easiest, right? Like just send out a tweet and get that going. Or I can just have everybody on Discord. Then I think, I mean, I think I'd prefer Discord just because, I don't know, it's social media, but it's also not, right? Like, does that make sense? It's less social media and more like community stuff. I don't even know. I think I'm not supposed to attack the head, but if I just flare it, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to attack the head. I'm not supposed to attack the shell. But shell counter, lava spawn needles. Yeah, that's what happens if you attack the shell. You get wasted. Jesus. I've also heard that for people who are on, like for new streamers who are starting on Twitter, there are so many bots out there that you just get like flooded. So I'm sure you've seen it a couple times for people who've been watching since the beginning. I've gotten people to come into the stream. I say people. I've assumed they were people, but I've recently learned otherwise. You get the bots come in and offer you like their art services or whatever, and then they like charge you for things, and it's like, you know, not it's not high quality. You know, they take your money and then don't actually give you anything back for it, kind of thing. So like, Twitter seems like the easy option, but I'd rather not be spammed by bots, if that makes sense. I think maybe a combination of Twitter and Discord could work if you want to do both. Yeah. I agree with you. I don't think I need to necessarily choose one. It was kind of more just like asking, like what's easier. And hello, Alex. It makes me very sad that this is the first time you're chatting with me. Like, we're actually friends. I just saw you in person a week ago. We watched a movie together last night, and here you are chatting for the first time. It's okay. I love you anyway. I'm just picking on you. And I've noticed that too with the bots on Twitch or X. It's just so terrible. X is going like way downhill in my opinion. I mean, it's never been great, but it's rough these days. How was your dentist appointment? I hope it went well. Are your teeth nice and squeaky clean? Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I unlocked my account recently and immediately got follow flooded by bots. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I try not to participate in Twitter. I kind of use it the same way, I guess, that I would expect other people to use it if I were to start announcing things. It's less like interaction, or rather like back and forth interaction, and just straight up like, hey, I'm going live kind of notification kind of things. But I think you're all right that I can do a lot of that on Discord as well. So I'll probably do a combination of both. The end of the problem is I'm sure you can see, or maybe you can't. I think my Twitter it's all personal accounts. Like, I never expected to be streaming and doing this stuff. So if I'm gonna do that, I might need to actually like create a gaming account, create a separate one. Hey, look, it's us, or clones of us. I only got Twitter for game updates or song release. Yeah, see, exactly. Like, I'm kind of the same way. I use it for that kind of stuff too. Look at all of us. The only one that's not here is Magus, or Magus, however you'd like to pronounce it. M-A-G-U-S. I think it's Magus. Super cool. All right, we're about to fight the final boss like multiple times. Hope you're ready. I know what you've seen. It is your futures that slumber in this hall. Destiny in its essential form. I should probably, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters who I bring in this thing. So we're just going to leave the party how it is. I'm not going to save state it. I'm very glad your appointment went well. All the dreams that might have been, all the happiness and sorrow you might have known, your tomorrow as it has been witnessed. Is that a Dorito? It looks like a tortilla chip. Like a little Dorito. The Black Omen transcends time and space, drifting through the all and nothing, waiting for Lavos to awaken. Destiny has led you here, and here you shall remain. Unless you can defeat me and bring down the Omen, there is no future for you. Well, good thing that's what I'm here to do, I guess. Let's take out the Omen. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Come, children, Lavos slumbers. I will guide you into the depths of his dream. Did I say dream? I meant, of course, his eternal nightmare. That's weird. Okay. So that's all this lady does over and over again, is reduce my HP to 1. But since I'm a dirty, rotten cheater, none of that matters, because I can just go right back up the pool. So that's what we're doing. No healing in this game, unless it's through a cheat. Potion? Never heard of her. Air just does so much damage. If you're playing the game regularly and you're using Ayla, you can charm a Mega Elixir from her, which are nice. Mega Elixirs are super important in this late stage of the game, but, you know, I don't need it. I can press select and have and use a Mega Elixir. Arg, my powers don't seem to work here. Ah, but I have a much better idea. I can feed you to the Mammon Machine. You'll be made one with the Omen, Lavos, and me. Queen, you're pretty full of yourself. I want you to know that. I've literally traveled through time. Like, forward and back through time for funsies. Thank you. I don't know what you're thinking here. Let's use a Delta attack, or Delta Storm, just because I think it's cool. It's probably going to do nearly as much damage as I want it to, but it still looks neat. Oh. Water. Fire. Light. Go planet. Oh, there's healing. I'm just not using them. I have plenty of potions and things like that. I'm just cheating. Every time so here, I'll show you. See how my MP right now is at 51, 71, and 83? If I press the select button, boom, all my HP just maxes again. So I don't have to worry about healing. Just makes the game go faster. I explained a lot of this when I started the game. I'm using a cheat that I have infinite money, and I explained that the reason I'm using that is because at the beginning of the game there are several ways that you can exploit certain things and just get infinite money. So rather than like use the hours that it's going to take me to do that, I just cut out the middleman. So I did it myself, and then, because I have infinite money, I essentially have infinite potions and healing and ethers and all kinds of stuff that I want to buy. So I'm just using the heals. Don't get me wrong, this is all justifications for being a dirty cheater, but I enjoy it. I don't condone cheating in multiplayer games, but I love cheating in single-player games. It's my favorite thing to do in the world. Anything that I can do to make the game, like less... I don't know. I don't want to say grinding, because I generally like grinding, I guess. But I think the only reason I like grinding is because I like being super overpowered. So if I can make myself super overpowered, I'm probably going to do it. And don't get me wrong, it's not because I suck at video games. I've platinumed like Elden Ring, I've played and beaten all the Demon Souls games. Like, I love the the top-down like dual stick shooters that are super hard. I love those games. It's just these games I play for the narrative. I play for the story, and so yeah. I am the queen who shall rule for all eternity at Lavos' side. You will not stand in my way. Indulge in such arrogance in the next life. Yep. Look at her. Isn't she cool? I think we're gonna continue using something like, I think I can use Line Bomb actually to take out both hands at once. Oh yeah, that's right. She uses the, it's not a big deal. Okay, it's like that situation. I have ethers, or elixirs, I have mega elixirs, I can use that, but why would I? Why would I? I think in this one, the goal is actually to like never attack the arms, I think is the way it goes. So we're gonna use like X Strike on the head. And we'll use, man, we'll just use fire on the head as well. I should probably see what I have single target wise between Frog and Luca. Because Chrono has cleave. Okay, we just countered. Hopefully the counter doesn't counter me. It doesn't. Okay, what do you have as far as, like, okay, here we go. This is what I wanted. Red Needle. Perfect. So we'll use Frenzy with Chrono here. And then we'll use Fire Needle, hopefully, with Frog and Luca. Yeah, good stuff. Maybe we'll try Cleave next instead of Frenzy, see what that does. Okay, Hallination. This is where I would need to be, like, healing, but who needs to heal? Okay, Cleave. Cleave is not as good as Frenzy. Oh, never mind. That was the counter. Okay, Cleave is still not as good as Frenzy. So we'll use Frenzy here. And then continue this Red Needle. There we go, we won. Nice. Goodbye, Zeal. How dare you, vermin, hound my steps? Oh, almighty Lavos, lend me your power. Yep. Boom. So this fight coming up is actually pretty cool. You'll see how it goes. At last, Lavos stirs. Before him, you are as grist before the wheel. Isn't grist like chaff? Isn't that what you get? Like, isn't that the powder, like the extra powder you get from like a wheat mill or grindstone kind of thing? I think it's like the leftover. Anyway, grist before the wheel. But I shall attain immortality. Good luck. Oh no, I am almost out of water. Oh well. Have to get some on our next break. I thought my water bottle was full, but I must have drank more last night than I thought I did. And Lavos emerges. This is technically the second time in the game that we've seen Lavos emerge like this. The first time, well, we beat him, and we got ending number 3, which was the Dream Team ending. Then we let him kill us, and now we're at the second time. Lavos enters attack mode. This fight is super cool because he takes the form of all these different enemies that you fought before. So pretty cool. Pretty cool little thing. Oh, you're letting me move? That's nice of you. I didn't know you'd let me do that. I don't need you to do anything though. This is Lavos, yeah. So Lavos is an extraterrestrial being. He came 65 million years ago to the planet, and he's essentially in this lore, in this world, he is the meteor that destroyed the dinosaurs, that caused the dinosaurs to go extinct and started the Ice Age, the original Ice Age. So Lavos then burrowed into the Earth and has been absorbing Earth's power for millennia, right? 65 million years. So there's been, over the years, there have been like cults that have come to worship him, people trying to harvest his power, that kind of thing. So that's what we're getting into now. Right hand part is storing energy, so let's try to fight the right hand part, see if we can, there we go. Yeah, Chrono Trigger is great. If you get a chance to play it yourself, like, I definitely would do it. I was pleasantly surprised by the emulation here. Like, I've not had any issues. The game has crashed for me one time, and it was immediately after saving, and it's worked great. So, Lavos changes attack modes. So now he's changing into another form. Okay. In the original game, I don't remember it giving me an option to like save and heal in between each of these, which is kind of cool. I don't need to. I guess I could create save states just in case anything crazy happens, but I don't foresee that being the case. Looks like it gives you a chance to like change characters and stuff too. So if you have different strategies, different attacks, which is pretty neat. Breakdown. Yeah, so essentially, like I said, this is cycling through all the bosses that we played before, so all of the previous like strategies and stuff work. Pretty cool. Not much we need to worry about here. We just need to be, you know, beating it up. Go ahead and use the Delta Storm, I think, on this guy. I don't remember anything special being about Hekron. Okay, this one had a top and a bottom. I don't know how they're going to mimic that. Because I believe it was the... Okay, one of them is weak to fire, and the other one is, like, I think weak to fire and absorbs ice, and the other one is weak to ice but absorbs lightning or something like that. I'm just going to attack them. I'm going to see what happens if I beat it up. If this thing absorbs fire, then so be it, but I actually didn't see what it did at all. 2 whole damage. I'm glad you think so, Dan. I really am. Like I said, this is one of my favorite games ever. Okay, just after that, he took all of my MP. So I just need to remember to get it back. This is... Oh, this is Masa and Mune, right? This is when Masa and Mune joined forms. Not really an issue. Just use Red Needle here, use Frenzy again. Boom. Watching play makes me want to go back and finish. Still have a DS copy somewhere. I have my DS copy, and this is what I'm emulating. I'm emulating the DS version right now. But yeah, I still have my DS copy of Chrono Trigger. I have the original in the SNES, and I have the PlayStation version as well when it released with Final Fantasy Tactics. It's a great game. I don't remember who I'm fighting now. Was anybody paying attention? No, I wasn't. I was listening to chat. Oh wow. Physical damage did absolutely nothing to that thing. Boom. Fire damage did absolutely nothing. Am I fighting Nizbul? I don't remember what Nizbul. Let's just see. We got a combo going. We got everybody up. Let's use Delta Storm. See if that works. Yeah, emulators have only gotten better, like, over the years. I'm using one called Desmume. Man, this guy is... This guy's tanky. Let's use Lightning Rod. Let's see what happens. I guess we already did Lightning. Bum, 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 bum. We're gonna put that down there. And nothing. Defense lowered. Oh, that's right. This guy is... Yeah, we lower his defense using... we lower his defense using lightning, and then we hit him with something heavy. I tend to agree with Critical. This added a few like quality of life changes from the SNES version, and also added a couple of optional things. So there's 2 additional cinematics in this version, and there's also the Arena of Ages in this version as well. So those weren't in the original, they weren't in the PlayStation version. When this game first came out, there were some audio issues. People didn't really like that, but I've not had any issues so far. The game's treated me extremely well, so I cannot complain in the slightest. I was really tentative about emulating games because when I was younger and was emulating things, a lot of the time they were garbage. When I first played, I played Breath of Fire. Is that what it's called? Breath of Fire. I played Breath of Fire in like Japanese, like 100% in Japanese. So, like, I was worried about that. Oh right, the barrier changes. That's what Megas does. So we want to be using water attacks for this guy. It was cool, but I didn't know what in the world was going on. Okay, now we want to be using thunder attacks. So, Tech, Luminaire, Hell Geyser, Sap. It's gonna take my health. No. Okay, we just countered. Good counter. Luminaire should be doing a lot of damage. There we go. Okay, we gotta wait for his... I can just attack him really quick. Gotta wait for his barrier to change. Lavos begins casting a spell. That's never good. I think then he should still be weak to lightning. If his barrier didn't change, then we should kill him with this. If he is in fact still weak with lightning, then it shouldn't be a problem. There it goes. Okay, there's the Magus fight down. The next one should be Azala and Black Tyranno. Yep, that's the ones. I think this is similar in nature to the lightning one. I weaken him with lightning or something like that. Hey Dan, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. I'll be finishing Chrono Trigger, but I'll upload the VOD to YouTube, so if you want to watch the ending, you're more than welcome to do that. We'll be on for a little bit longer today. I don't know how long, and then Thursday we'll come back and we'll be starting Starfield. So if you're interested in watching a playthrough of that, then I'll be going into it blind. So, should be a good time. Should be a good time. But thank you for hanging out with us, and I hope you have a good night. And I'll see you soon, I hope. Just use Delta Storm over and over and over again. This should kill Azala. I still need to figure out a way to break down my 24-hour video. I can't upload it all to YouTube, so I have to like break it into pieces and figure it out. That was a lot of damage. 5,500 to that guy? Jeez. There we go. And then I think if I use lightning damage, or light damage in this case, I think is what weakens him. And then I can hit him with something hard. Maybe I'm incorrect. What is it? Oh, that's right. Lowers defense. I should be using that time, I guess, to heal and things like that, but it's not necessary. Omastar. I love Omastar. I love, like, the Omanite. Wasn't it Omanite and Kabuto that was in, like, the fossils? Like, Gen 1 fossils? I think it was. We're just gonna wreck him with Delta Storm over and over again. Omastar always had a cool sprite, too. It's like the big spiky shell on his back and then the tentacles coming out. Pretty cool. I think I can do more damage if I were to use something like Luminaire here and then combo with something like Frog Flare. We'll see how much damage this does to him. 2651. Okay, well, never mind, or we'll just kill it. Okay, then this next one is just a refight of Giga Gaia. It shouldn't really matter too much. We'll use Line Bomb to take out the two, and then focus on the big one. We just fought Giga Gaia, so we're not like too crazy worried about these guys. Although I didn't need to use Fire Line, I could have just used Frog Flare. It's alright. Look at him coming across like a jet. Hey, Gabby got the Omastar. Nice. Good job, Gabby. Okay, so this essentially breaks the outer shell of Lavos. Well, we're about to fight Lavos again, and then we'll break the outer shell of Lavos, but... nothing really changes here. Description rains from the heavens. We've seen that before, not that big of a deal. Good counter by Chrono. Okay, let's track the damage here. This is gonna be Frog Flare. Oh, that's a cute little emote. Okay, 4280. So let's just say 4300 roughly. It's a lot of damage. And Luminaire is doing 3200, 33. So I mean, that's a lot. 3500 damage roughly. You can't confuse me. Sorry. It is impossible to confuse me. Get countered. Okay, I highly doubt that Delta Storm's going to be doing 7,500 worth of damage, which means we're just going to have to keep using the Luminaire Frog Flare combo, which is perfectly fine, but yeah. There's no sense in waste. Okay, well we won anyway, but still. I think going forward, this is going to be how it has to be. Okay, it's finally over. I cannot think this is the end of such a creature. I guess we don't have a choice. We don't. So if you watched me beat Lavos earlier, like I said, this is technically the second ending we've done. So this will be the... I don't remember which ending this is. It might be ending 1. We're okay, right? This is one dreadful place, even more ghastly than Magus' keep. Yeah, even more. But you've seen me fight these guys before. So I fought Lavos, we broke through his outer shell, and now we're inside Lavos, technically. I'm not too worried. I mean, I'm not worried at all. We can definitely beat him here, but I'm not. What I meant to say is I'm not too worried about going back and farming. It's unnecessary. I'm literally max level. I have max techs on these 3 characters. I have the best items in the game. If I can't beat him this way, there's no way to beat him. But it's not a problem. It is not a problem. But we've seen all this. If you were with me before during the 24-hour stream, you saw me fight all this already. But for the newer watchers, this is another version of this is what Lavos ideally looks like. And you're about to get some serious Dragon Ball Z vibes very, very soon. If you didn't know, the artist from this game was also the artist for Dragon Ball Z. It's Toriyama, right? I think is his name, Toriyama, for Dragon Ball. And so you're about to see some serious influence. Cyrus, stand with me in this battle. Yeah, Toriyama. Laser beams, arms open the doors to oblivion. Oh no, 115 damage. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Use Luminaire. And that should be the arms. Honestly, that should probably just destroy the arms. Oh, only one of them. Nice. He's gonna heal the body, not a problem. We're gonna wait. We're not gonna use the tech here. We're gonna wait for Luca to be up. Wow. Disable status ailment immunity. It's not a... I don't know if it works that way. That's interesting. I don't know if I've seen that before. So you can already see in the face, like in the body structure, you can already see. If you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, you know who I'm talking about already. But in the next one, it's so very, very obvious. And you'll find out soon. Okay, I think I used to have to use physical attacks against this guy. Okay, so Frog is now confused, so that's a bit of a bummer, but it'll be fine. Yeah, he's gonna try to keep hitting. I could use Luca to hit Frog, but he'll probably get hit naturally here soon, and I'm not really worried about dying. Umbral Embrace sucks, but it's not gonna... Now Frog is poisoned as well, so I shouldn't be able to get frozen or is confused or poisoned, but Lavos here has an ability that removes that, essentially. So my immunity to all those status effects, he removes it, and that's why Frog is now getting confused and poisoned and all that other stuff. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world here, but it is annoying. What can I do? I don't think I could really do anything. We'll try magic here, but I don't think it's gonna matter. We should probably be trying like X Strike on everyone. Try an aerial. Okay, fire is certainly effective, so we should be using that. That hurt. Dark Flames Embrace again. You really shouldn't. Oh, never mind. We haven't seen this one. This one's cool. I lifted a lot of damage to Frog. Okay, so we'll keep using Frenzy here. Oh no, we shouldn't have used Frenzy. We should have waited. That's okay. We're going to keep using Flare. Now we can combo. We're going to do X Strike. I love X Strike. It's such an iconic ability. Oh, we won. Okay, well, we didn't get to see it. We'll use it next time, I promise. Just because it's, like I said, it's probably one of my favorite techs in the game. Okay. So this whole thing really is a reference to Cell from Dragon Ball Z. You'll see very soon, like, these things. Oh, I'm sorry. The young, I forget, we've read this before, but some people haven't seen it. The young it gave birth to on Death Peak must have all that DNA. Eventually, they'll migrate to other planets and repeat the cycle. It's a parasite, sleeping within the Earth all this time, stealing all our progress. Such a vile being. We do not live for your ends. So it's also really cool to think, if any of you have played the Mass Effect series, Mass Effect has an enemy called the Reapers. And the Reapers do something very similar to what Lavos does, where they essentially allow humanity, they allow like living beings to evolve to a certain point. They kind of inject certain technologies into society so that they'll evolve faster. And then once they've evolved to a point where the Reapers can learn from them, essentially, they reap them and start all over from the beginning. It's really cool. Lavos is doing something very similar, where he absorbs the power of the Earth to stay alive and then harvests the DNA from all the creatures that he, destroys, more or less, when he destroys the planet. And then he just moves on to another planet. So, pretty neat. Such a vile being, we do not live for your ends. We do not. Impossible. So if you look at these, you can't toy with an entire world and think I'll let you get away with it. I'm sorry, they keep talking and it's my fault. Murderer. Will not be used by the likes of you. Look at those. Look at these little things. Look at those pods. Look at the little needles on their bottoms. Right on the bottom of them, they have that little needle. If that is not Cell's tail, I don't know what is. It looks exactly like the tail that Cell uses to like absorb people. So yeah, it's Cell. We just need to get rid of the pods first, so we're gonna do that. Because obviously you can see that they heal. The problem is that the main body is super easy to kill. I wouldn't say super easy. It's much easier to kill. Than the arms are. And it's the arms that we technically need to kill. Okay, so Frog Smash we already knew is absolutely terrible. We don't use that. The one on the left absorbs magic. Heavenly Tears. Boom. Pretty big hit. We're not too worried about healing the pod on the left. We're going to kill the pod in the middle, or we'll kill the body in a second. And then, oh, I did want to use X/. We'll use X-Strike one time. One time for the one time. There we go. Use Quick Flare. It does little because it's defending here. The pods on the outside will defend as long as the main body is still alive. So that's kind of what we're doing, what we're dealing with. So we have to do a lot of damage to the body and then counter-employed when center pod is not present. So from now on, these pods are going to counter me, but that pod is, the one on the right and the left are now going to lower their defenses. So while that is the case, we want to be destroying the one on the right as much as possible. So we'll X-Strike again because it looks awesome, and then we're going to go ahead and flare and just kill it. Well, it won't die, but we'll use flare to do damage to it. As much as X-Strike is one of my favorites, it is kind of weak at this level. It's not one of the strongest ones I have. Counter-employed when center pod not present. So when they take damage, they counter. It's fine. And then eventually they will resurrect the middle pod. Excuse me. I don't really need to do that. I can just Frenzy on this thing, and then it's probably easier to combo with like Frog Flare here. So there's a couple of ways to consider this, right? Like, now that the main body is back, it's resurrected, the pod's defenses are higher. So we won't be able to do as much damage as we have been. This will be the last attack. You'll see that the defenses will go back up. Defense lowered by use of Resurrect, so that's good. We were able to counter that with physical damage, which is not really an issue because we're going to be healing it. I'm not worried about dealing damage to the left one just yet. It's just all about the right one. And as long as their defense is lowered, I just want to do as much damage to it as possible. So we were able to kill the main body again. I don't have a premier ball anymore. We were able to kill the main body again, which is awesome because that just means the defense is going to stay down, which is exactly what we wanted. The right one should be going down very soon. There we go. And once the right one goes down, the left one goes down anyway, so it's not a problem. You can always take out the left one too with physical attacks, but the AoE is just so good on the the body and the right one that you might as well just ignore the one on the left, in my opinion anyway, especially if you're doing it this way. Cheating. If you're playing a pure playthrough, there's different strategies for it, but it's perfectly fine. The way you really want to handle that is Mega Elixirs. You're going to have to toss a lot of those, which is fine. So, Chrono. You, wake up and get your wretched body out of bed. Your stay of execution has been withdrawn. You will accompany us to the castle now, where we will carry out your sentence. We've been searching high and low for you, Chrono. Where did you take my daughter? Daddy, no. Chrono hasn't done a thing. My daughter says Chrono has done nothing. What do you think of that, Chancellor? If I may speak freely, Your Grace, I think your daughter is quite clearly delusional. Chrono's deeds have impacted the entire kingdom. Chancellor too? What's the matter with you? Please, just listen to me. There's a reason I've been gone. You see, we had to save the future? What? You saved the future and taught us what it is to have hope. You defeated Magus's troops and restored peace to the realm in the year 600. Chrono beat Reptites. What's going on? Why are you all here? Good old Luca. Luca, you brought them here, didn't you? Yup, using her key. You undertook quite a daunting mission. These past and future members of our line told me all about it. Members of our line? You mean these people are all my ancestors and descendants? Here I was fussing about rules when you were all protecting our kingdom and the life of the entire planet. So that's really cool. All of it boils down to Marl's lineage, right? We kind of knew that when we first went to 600 AD. 400 years in the past, and we saved the queen at that time, Queen Lien. Well, now we've just found out that every single person we've really helped and interacted with were all part of the, her lineage, her line. I believe a victory parade is in order. Tonight we celebrate you, the heroes saved the world. Now, Nadia, why don't you go and enjoy the last night of the fair? Hooray! Hooray! Come along with Chrono, our hero. Come along with Princess Nadia, home safe at last. May Guardia prosper for another 1,000 years. I agree. Yeah, there's some good side stuff that you can do and accomplish, but I agree with you. It's, you know, even doing all the optional stuff, we've finished it in less than 30 hours. Yeah. Let the Moonlight Parade begin. Ding, 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 ding. Also, there's 8 different endings, though. So even though it's not long, there are, like, several different endings that you can go with. I've never done it, but there's actually... so the ship that you fly, you can crash it straight into Kronos' shell. You can completely bypass the first fight with Kronos by just crushing his outer shell, and then you go straight to the middle. And there's actually 3 different endings that spin off of that one, so pretty cool, actually. And then we already got ending number 3 when we beat Lavos the first time. I said Kronos, I meant Lavos. You can break through Lavos' shell with the Wings of Time. Yay! More dancers. Good old Melchior. I don't suspect there will be much need for weapons anymore. My days as a smith may be at an end. But looking up at that beautiful sky, it's hard to be worried about something like that. I agree. Ah, nothing better than a toast under the stars. And that's super cool. Chrono, have a sip. You're a hero today. So this is Tabin and his wife, Laura? Laura, at the beginning of the game, was paralyzed from the waist down due to an accident in the shop. So she was a very miserable person. You know, she couldn't walk. She essentially just sat at her window all day and, like, looked out, and it was very terrible. But Luca was able to kind of alter time and save her. So now she's up and walking now, and she's not unhappy at all, in the slightest. This is Chrono's mom, I think. Yeah, mother. I can't believe it. They say you saved the world, but still, I do wish you would spend a little more time around the house. It's terribly troublesome having no one around to look after the pets. Yeah, we started the game with 1 cat, and now we have 2 cats. You can actually get, like, dozens of cats, if you would like. Laura, honey, don't just be a sack of potatoes, dance with me. Oh, Chrono, the king says you saved the future. To think my daughter's own best friend. Wait till I tell my friends. That's super nice, because the ending here is different, too. Like, if you didn't save Laura, then, you know, the ending's obviously not her wanting to dance. More dancers. More dancers. I don't know if there's people we can talk to over here. And here are our friends. Well, everyone, this is it. The time of parting is upon us at last. The gate is growing weak now that Lavos is gone. We've got to say our goodbyes before the gate closes for good. You're all leaving? Chrono's strong. Marl's strong too. Ayla, have fun. You're my distant ancestor, so you'd better have strong, healthy kids or I'll be in trouble. No worry, Ayla much energy. Much energy Ayla has. Yeah, she does. Wait, what did you mean by that? Yeah, what? Kino dumb. Ayla, go now. Exuberant folk, and to think, we may all have descended from them. Well, your majesty, Queen Leanna waits. We too should take our leave. Frog. I've always felt farewells were best kept brief. You're right. Who needs words? The princess kisses the frog. Isn't that sweet? Aw, you know it's a happy ending when the when the princess kisses the frog. Agreed. Agreed, Luca. Took the words literally right out of my mouth. There's Magus. So, you're going to search for Scala? No words, just gone. Luca, I will keep working hard in the future. I had to snooze an ad. I might have to snooze it again. We'll see. What's wrong, Luca? Aren't you going to say goodbye to Robo? So, you realized. Realized what? Robo was born in a bleak future. When we defeated Lavos, we changed history. The world will never be ruined now. Robo may not exist in the new future. Haha, do not be ridiculous. The new future will certainly have a place for me. Darn it, Robo, don't pretend you don't care when you're really sad. It just makes things worse. Poor Luca. Poor Robo. You are the ones who taught me to consider the feelings of others in that matter, Luca. I am grateful for that. Don't cry, Luca. I'm sure Robo will still be built in the new future. Like, we just let Dorn go. He's just like, okay. Bye. Goodbye. Caution, oil has occluded my vision sensors. Sight diminished. He's crying. Robo's crying. Isn't that sweet? Hi, Robo. Do you remember that talk we had? You mean about whether our lives flash by before we die? Yeah, I get the feeling that Entity is finally at rest too. Yes, I feel it too. It's awfully easy to mess things up traveling through time. We should probably dismantle the Epic, shouldn't we? We'd never be able to see any of the others again, though. You naughty thing, come back here. See, Chrono, pets run away when you don't feed them. At the end of the game, like I said, you get the second cat. So you start the game with one cat. You get the second cat from playing the carnival games. After you've won all the awards from the carnival games, if you go back and you keep playing, you win cat food. And if you acquire more and more cat food, more and more cats show up at your house. So at the end of the game, you can have dozens of cats. And so in this scene, you only see 2, but if you had more cats, it'd be lots of cats. And they jump through the portal. Hey, come back here. Oh, Chrono's mom just went through the portal. We don't know where she went. Oh no, Chrono, that gate will never open again. Guess we can't dismantle the Epic. Chrono's like, yeah, well it looks like we have no choice but to go after them. Go after them, but the gate's already... Luca, you don't mean... We still have a time machine. Nyahaha. Oh, there you are, Princess. His Grace is looking for you. I'm happy, you know. There's now there's no reason for you to be running off anymore. Ahaha. I have a gift for you, Nadia, to commemorate this day. Nadia's bell. Second game is just him looking for his mom and the cats, yeah. This is Nadia's bell. It will ring out across the land. Pretty, isn't it? It is pretty. Nadia, could you... And where did everyone go? Could someone please lend me a hand? Thanks for the gift, but I have places to be. Ha ha ha. And off they go in the Epic. Phew, made it just in time. Shall I fire off a few? No, Tabin, not now. Actually, I could really use your... bong... fireworks. And that, friends, is Chrono Trigger. That's the one of the official endings. I mean, they're all official endings, but that's one of the 8 endings of the game. So, like I said, you can, just like all the other games, or like most of the Final Fantasy games, most RPGs, you can go back and reload the save and still play some stuff. I'm glad to have you here, Rangers. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of it. I agree, Pioneer, and welcome to the chat for the first time. I agree, it is definitely in my top 5, no doubt. I love this game. Like I said, the multiple endings, there's missable characters, there's, I mean, everything. I love this game. The music is incredible, and it holds up over the years, which is super cool. I think that was the best thing about like these kind of graphics back in the days. If you had a solid game like Chrono Trigger, or some of the Final Fantasies, or like even Super Mario RPG, like the games, they still feel so good. and it's a lot of fun to go back and play through them. It really, really is. So, yeah, like I said, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. We got there's Robo and Atropos, which is nice. And there's Ayla and Kiko. Kiko. Queen Leanne and Frog. And you can see the epic in the background. Super cool. Flying through time, essentially. Trying to find his mom and the cats. And it was nice if you saw Robo and his girlfriend. They were on the mountain. They weren't in a ruined timeline. They were somewhere really nice. So that's always cool too. But yeah, like I said, I recommend all of you play this game through however you want. I used some cheats. I used some like health and items and money and things like that, just because I like the story and I wanted to get through it. But I recommend playing it, however you like. Really enjoy the story for yourself and play through the other endings. We saw 2 endings here in this playthrough. And like I said, there's 6 others that you can go and figure out for yourself, depending on who you pick up in the party and who you don't, and how you utilize, certain items and things like that. There's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, it was a good time. I'm a little sad. It only took me another 3 hours and 15 minutes to beat the game. We did run that 24-hour stream last Thursday and Friday. I don't know if I could have made it another 3 hours and 15 minutes, so I can't say that I regret not finishing this up then. Yeah, I mean, 24 hours is a long time, and at least we got to roll the credits once. Like I said, we rolled it. So, super cool. Super happy we got through this. I'm tempted to go ahead and just call it a day here today. It was a good stream to kind of come back to finish this up. I'm happy with it. I think I'm going to take the time to figure out my Discord situation, try to get that split into 2 separate channels kind of things. And then, yeah, go from there. So I will be back on Thursday to play Starfield. We're going to be taking a break from the RPG Final Fantasy genre, or Final Fantasy franchise, and we're going to play Starfield. It's a new game. It's going to look great. It's going to play great. I mean, it's Bethesda, so there's going to be bugs, but it's going to be a good time. I'm not. Hey, Pioneer, thank you so much for the follow, and thank you for being in the chat today. I'm glad you got to see the ending. Sounds like you're familiar with Chrono Trigger, so nothing too new for you, but it's always nice to experience it again, sometimes through other people's eyes. But yeah, we'll be back Thursday to play Starfield. I plan, so as many of you know, I was streaming every day in the month of August. So from the 1st to the 1st, I essentially streamed every day, anywhere from 3 to 10 hours, and then I did the 24-hour stream from the 31st to the 1st. Obviously, I'm not going to be streaming every day. I'd like to be streaming probably 5-6 days a week, depending on how my head feels and how things work around my schedule, because I still have a job as well. So for right now, the plan is just I will be back on Thursday to play Starfield, and then after Starfield is done, I'm going to go back to Final Fantasy for a bit, and I'll pick up with what's it called, Crisis Core Rebirth. So I'll be playing the prequel to Final Fantasy VII, and then we'll play Final Fantasy VII probably I don't know if I'll be able to play it through Steam, if it'll work through Steam, maybe emulated, if I can find a decent PS1 emulator. I own the game in multiple ways as well, so I don't feel too bad about emulating it. I do own it on Steam, so if I can get it to run, then we'll play it on there. And then we'll kind of see how we go. I'm not on a timeline anymore, so I'm not trying to rush through these games, but I feel like 5 to 6 hours is pretty healthy for me. I'm feeling pretty good with 5 to 6 hours of stream. Some days might be a little less, but that's probably going to be my range. So just a short break from Final Fantasy, and then we'll come back with 7, and my eventual plan is to get all the way through the franchise. So I also need to get my capture card set up, which is nice. Tim was nice enough to get me one of those for my birthday, and so we'll get that all connected and be good to go whenever we need it. I don't know when I'll need it. Probably when I play the remake of Final Fantasy VII. I own that on the PS5 or the PS4, whichever it came out on. So I'll probably hook up my PS5 to the capture card and get it going through there. So, yeah. Thank you. I love you too. I love you all very much. Yeah. As always, I appreciate you all. I think now is a good time. Let's see what the final time was for this, if it's still available to us. It says the end. Doop, 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 doo. Hey, here's the last cinematic. I think this is good stuff. Forgot this existed. Hey, look at that. Chrono and Marl, or Nadia. Chrono and Nadia get married. Isn't that nice? And there's Ayla's children. Well, I'm sorry, that's Ayla and Kiko. They got married now. And I believe that is... Oh no. If you can still hear me, yes, that is Glenn. So it looks like the curse was lifted off of Glenn. So he's no longer Frog, he's Glenn. Which is super nice. Probably had to do with us going back in time and defeating Snazzy. Or Ozzy, not Snazzy, Ozzy. If Ozzy doesn't exist, then Glenn can't be cursed. Or Magus. It's possible that Magus lifted the curse. I believe he was the one that actually placed it on him. Hey, Silent Knight. Welcome to the chat if you can hear me. There's an ad playing, so I'm not sure who can hear me and who can't. I forgot to... I tried to snooze it again and it wouldn't let me, so... I'm trying to figure it out. There's the end. And Luca finds a mysterious baby. I think that has ties into Chrono Cross, if I recall. I'm not entirely sure. Finn, indeed. And then we get additional credits. Doop, 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 doop. Good stuff. I love this game. I've never played Chrono Cross. Maybe eventually I'll play it. It might be a fun game to play on stream. After I finish all the Final Fantasy games, I want to come back and play some older stuff. We might play, like, Chrono Cross would be fun, I think. I know it's not, like, held to the highest esteem, but I've never played it, so it could be cool. I'd like to play Legends of Dragoon again. I hear that recently got a remaster. I hear that they released it for the PS5 or something like that. Like, you can play it on the PS5, and it looks much better. But I'm not entirely sure. I could be incorrect. Yeah. Good stuff. Just waiting the 15 seconds until everybody's back from the ad. I think most people here aren't seeing the ad, so it's fine. But for those who are... Does it look good? The new Legends of Dragoon remaster? I'll have to check it out. but that'll be down the road. We've got a long way to go to get through all the Final Fantasy games. A fun road, but a long one. But yeah. So I'm sorry for those stuck in the ad. I'm sorry that it was right in the middle. I don't know if they remastered it or not. I just know I think it was recently re-released on the PS5. I can look it up. What else? What am I doing with my life? The Legend of Dragoon. Or maybe there were talks about re-releasing it, something like that. So the next game I plan on playing is Starfield on Thursday. It comes out tomorrow officially. I'll be taking a break tomorrow with a girlfriend, and then on Thursday I'll be coming in to play Starfield. I'll be finishing that, and then the next Final Fantasy or RPG older game that I'll be playing, it will be the Rebirth version of Crisis Core. I love Crisis Core. I think the game is incredible, and I think the prequel lends itself really well to playing before the actual story. Obviously, Crisis Core came out well after Final Fantasy VII did, but I think the story is so good in Crisis Core that it's like, it's a crime not to experience it. So we'll be playing the Rebirth version of Crisis Core, which is a Reunion, not Rebirth. Rebirth is Kingdom Hearts, isn't it? Reunion. Thank you. Yeah, so the Crisis Core Reunion. Super looking forward to that. I haven't played that game since like 2008-ish. So here we go. Clear count number 2. We got ending number 3 the first time, the Dream Team ending. And now this is ending number 1, Beyond Time. Like I said, there are 8. So good stuff. We will, let's see. I agree, Alex. Crisis Core is the best. Or it's very good. I never beat Crisis Core because I knew how it would end. That's fair. That's fair. I have a tendency to do that in real life and all the time. Like, I like to start projects, and then just before the project is over, it's like, I know how this is supposed to look, and then I never touch it again. I think that's a disorder. I think there's a mental disorder associated with that, but you know, whatever. Who likes diagnosis anyway? So I beat Crisis Core, no problem. I've played all the way through the original Final Fantasy VII, easy. I've not played all the way through the Final Fantasy VII remake. So I'm really looking forward to doing that, because apparently Crisis Core is worked into the remake a lot more than it's worked into the original game. And I don't want to say much more, but I'm really excited for that. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I think we're good. I think that's good for the day. Oh, what, Alex? Oh, you didn't know, or oh, am I spoiling things, or you love the remake? Yeah, what I played of it was very good. I enjoyed it, but I never finished it. I forget what was coming out around the time or what I had going on, but I never ended up finishing it. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Me too. It's supposed to come out soon, right? We've gotten announcements for it. It's supposed to come out. Is it late this year? I don't remember. Now we're supposed to be getting a writer's strike for games too. Not a writer's strike, but a voice actor strike for, I think SAG-AFTRA just approved a strike for the voice actors for the video game industry. So, oh, you're good. There we go. So we'll see. That's going to delay a lot of stuff. I'm sure a lot of stuff will get canceled and moved and changed, and we'll see how that goes. I know there was supposed to be, the Witcher series. Something just got pushed back with the Witcher series, and I don't remember what it is. But because of the proposed strikes, essentially. But anyway, yep, I think we'll call it for the day. It was a good 3.5 hours. We got to see a second ending. We got to see the credits roll a second time for Chrono Trigger. It's good stuff. I appreciate you all, as always, for being here. I love you all very much. thank you so much for Pioneer for your recent follow. I do really appreciate that. Thank you for Silent coming in and saying hi to us. Always good to meet new people. Sorry you just caught the very tail end, but all of my is it next year for Rebirth? All of my VODs are on YouTube, so you can watch every day from the 1st to the 30th. I'm still working on getting the 24-hour stream uploaded because I have to break it into pieces because YouTube doesn't like 24-hour videos. So, but that'll be the entire playthrough of Chrono Trigger. Like I said, we do get one of the endings where we get the Dream Team ending number 3 when we beat Lavos the first time, and then this was the second ending here. Well, technically the first, but the second one we're seeing. That being said, I'm all done. I'm just rambling at this point. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you Thursday. And then hopefully on Thursday I'll have an answer as far as like Twitter goes, how I'm going to do announcements and things like that. And then probably link the actual Discord, figure out somewhere so that people can join the Discord and be like in different channels. Yeah. Appreciate it. I love you all. We got a few people actually. Are any of our friends streaming? Broom, are you gonna stream today? Are you already streaming? Let's see what happens. We can send people away. Send people to our friends. Do 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 do. Do do do. Not today. No worries. We're going to send you over to Can't Wear Hats. Can't Wear Hats, I think, has been in our chat a couple times. I think we've rated him once before. It looks like he is playing some Final Fantasy VI. So we just wrapped up Final Fantasy VI a few days ago on the 29th. Thank you, Silent, for the follow. I appreciate you being here, always. But yeah, let's send you guys over to Hats. Can't Wear Hats. Beautiful. We'll hang out with them for a little bit, say hello. If you enjoy Final Fantasy VI, watch some of that. And then we'll see you all on Thursday. I love you. 10 seconds. Goodbye. Yeah. Good stuff. Can't wait for Thursday. Starfield's going to be great. Lots of fun. Bye now.